So what does it mean to say that consciousness creates reality? So, if what they say is that we only perceive a very small portion, less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum, we only see as visible light. So there's all kinds of actual electromagnetic waves, fluctuations out there. And same with sound, we only hear a small portion of the sound spectrum, the acoustic spectrum. And then even with time itself, time doesn't exist independently as some objective, one independent thing. That, we look out and see a star. If it's 4 billion light years away, it takes that light 4 billion years to travel to us. We see that star as it existed 4 billion years ago. And all this exists in one four-dimensional universe. Think about it. All matter, all time exists in this block universe, of all instances of time, like how we're still seeing this 4 billion years star. We're still seeing it now, but it might not even be there anymore. But it still exists for us to see. So all time still exists out there. And then even to think that if there's, they're not just one possibility for events, so all other possibilities exist out there too. Okay? So what really is out there? Right? What is out there? If, it's so much grander than what we actually see. And it's not even within the context existing in itself independently through time. We are creating the time as we perceive it. Consciousness creates the reality. Do you see? Consciousness creates this reality because our reality is this, right? This is reality to us. But what it really exists out there, I don't even know. Especially without even, it doesn't even exist within time. Or even within space. And Immanuel Kant spelled this out. Saying that time and space do not exist in and of themselves. They are a phenomenon of consciousness. Okay? So what really exists out there? What's really separate from consciousness? I don't know, but it's nothing like what we perceive. So consciousness creates the reality we perceive. That's, because the world existing of matter and time and space is a creation of consciousness. That's not what the world really exists like out there. Time, space, matter are all creations of consciousness. That's what it means to say consciousness creates reality. Now, some big questions are, how do we each, if we're individual consciousnesses, have a shared perception of a reality? How do we each share in that reality together? And I think it might have to do with some sort of higher dimensional consciousness, and we're all grouped in with that, and maybe there's many higher dimensional consciousnesses out there. But that's all something I'll get into another time. But you get it? That's how consciousness creates reality.